Welcome to Y&R Spoilers. Next week, hopefully the fans who have followed her character from The Bold and the Beautiful feel that this version of Sally is trying to find its way in the Midwest. Y&R is developing Hope's altered ego in a direction that is less crazy than her own LA. Young and the Restless spoilers record that in the city of Genoa, Wisconsin, Sally Spectra is aiming high in her restarted practical approach. Life in Genoa, Wisconsin is different from life in Los Angeles, California. Sally was given a job by Lauren Fenmore Baldwin to get off to a good start. Becoming an executive assistant for this particular business owner represents a much deeper opportunity than most people might earn. Nothing changes Sally's power. When showing who she really is, Sally is very intelligent, creative, and very charismatic. So, if all goes well, she will marry a suitable guy in the new year soon or after. Sally plans on flirting with Kyle, or even pretending that's what she's doing, to get into Summer's fashionable JCV collar. But that plan is risky, as Kyle has a flammable history. So here's hoping that Sally is simply gearing toward an honest response to an existing guy. She must play smart in business and love to build a good life at GC. Working as Lauren's main paid companion means that she will learn her business. That along with the contacts Sally is researching will be active in the near future. Lauren might try her new hire. She will give her more responsibility if she can gain trust and prove herself trustworthy. GC is believed to be a small town, but outdoor photographs of the city have long revealed a small metropolis. It's setting up below Madison, Wisconsin, where it winks with population numbers. So about 250,000 people live at GC, with Lauren, Summer Newman, Kyle Abbott, and all the rest. But the people Sally meets are not as naive about her life or work as she thinks. The Y&R channel is the premier source for everything related to the young and the restless. Check back often for news and releases Y&R. Thank you very much.
Turning back to Lily, she reminded Victor that he once condemned Adam for murder. Lily knew Victor had it on him, but Victor warned Lily that her loyalty to Billy was over, though commendable. Lily continues to push Victor to admit framing Billy, but he finds her hypothesis fragile and asserts that the wheel of justice is spinning. With Michael again, he warns of a mountain of evidence against Billy, including a witness. Amanda wondered if the witness was asserting he or she actually saw Billy pull the trigger. If they're right, they're lying, Billy insisted. According to Michael, Billy was the only one who would definitely lie about that day. They continued to argue, but Michael argued that Billy had to come 5 p.m. to accept the deal. The offer will disappear after that. Lily Winters talks to Victor Newman about how Billy Abbott is the heart and soul of Chancellor Communications. That is why Billy being a gunman is meaningless. Although the evidence is rather difficult in Billy's direction, it does appear to have been. I was just wondering whether you could have done something about that? Lily asked Victor. Next, Amanda Sinclair, Michelle Morgan, is ready for her meeting with Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc. Billy was curious about what Michael's intentions were, but Amanda warned that he should let her finish. When Michael appeared in the interview room, he suggested that they could avoid the costs and confusion of a public trial if Billy would plead guilty to second-degree murder. At Chancellor's mansion in Thursday's Y&R episode, Chance Chancellor held Abby Newman Abbott Chancellor in his arms while Miles Fisher cried. Chloe Mitchell worked hard to reassure the baby when Chance picked Abby home. Abby and Chance end up babysitting Miles for Chloe, which leads to a disaster of spitting and several diapering. However, Miles finally settled and looked comfortable as Abby hugged him. Chance and Abby talk about how soon Abby will be their own child. Back in the guild, Theo Vanderway approached Sally Spectra and updated her on Abbott's latest offer, which he considered an insult. Sally declined to follow track, who reminded her of their deal. What agreement? You didn't do anything for me, Sally insisted. Sally feels as if she's going to realize the insanely jealous Summer Newman and take over territory with Kyle Abbott, Michael Mealer, in the end, though Theo gave her a start. Theo doesn't want Sally's advice, but she still asks. Sally feels that Theo should accept it and use it to start a new life. You hate this place, so why is suffering lingering? Sally wondered. Sally thinks she found it all. If Sally believes she can confront Victor's niece without his help, then Theo invites her to take her best photo. As expected, Sally will find herself a one-way ticket back to LA. At Crimson Lights, Summer Newman told Mariah Copeland what she needed to know when taking on the Summer role at Jabot. Mariah takes personal details seriously, but Summer isn't interested in discussing that. After Mariah points out Kyle as her friend, Summer tries to appease her by suggesting that they realize they belong together and are working on solving the problem. No one got in the way. Jack made it clear that he thought Michael should drop the accusation, but then Michael told Lauren he had to obey the truth, wherever they could lead. Going back to Billy, he felt like Lily was the only one who trusted him. Billy had a connection from the GCPD, who knew the location of the secret witness. He pointed out that if someone had seen him at the crime scene, that person might have seen something else as well. Something could lead us to anyone who's setting it up for you, Lily said as she received the photo. She wanted to help Billy find the answer. At Jabot, Sally gives Jack Abbott some papers and notes that she urged Theo to accept Abbott's offer. Jack found out that Theo was outraged, and Kyle overheard the news as soon as he arrived. Kyle wasn't really surprised because Theo was always greedy. He recounts his party days in New York with Theo, so Sally says she doesn't know about their history. Sally couldn't blame Kyle for disliking Theo and taunted him pretending to be his friend. Kyle chuckled and thought that hardly anyone would admit to taking advantage of someone. Sally shrugged, saying that lying was no use because the truth often came up after all. Kyle admits it's true, sometimes at the worst possible times. At Crimson Lights, Summer approaches Theo's desk and makes him blow up on his latest show. She was horrified when Theo did this while the Abbotts were grieving. According to him, he was also very upset, but Summer didn't buy it due to the lawsuit. How does wanting a fair share make me a bad guy? According to the question, Summer mulled what Theo really wanted: the whole cake. As Summer sits down with Theo, she warns his fight isn't worth it. Summer mentions the movie about the old trust fund for the Newman family and stuns Theo with some details. Wait, sweet little Abby sued her father for the money he gave her. According to exclamation, he thinks Ashley Abbott, Eileen Davidson, has some nerves, acting as if he were a scum of the earth. Theo was even more encouraged to learn that they had hit big, bad Victor Newman in court. He feels confident that he will win in court. If this was taken as a warning story, it would be significantly counterproductive. Finally, he thanks Summer for his confidence. In the penthouse again, Adam understood why Chelsea looked down on her illness, but he wanted her to be honest with him from now on. They decide to let Connor out of the loop to protect him. Chelsea is very happy to have Adam to support. Before they could go out the door to meet the Chelsea expert, Victor appeared in the upper door. He said he just wanted the chance to say a proper goodbye. Chelsea admits there will be plenty of time for that. Adam cut off Chelsea and said they had to move on. Victor seems suspicious of the delayed departure, but Adam says it's none of his business. As far as Adam is concerned, Victor is no longer part of their lives and they have no connection. Before Victor left, he said that his actions when Adam was a boy were not a place of care and care. Victor hopes one day Adam can understand that. Amanda told Billy there was no evidence that he was framed. She stripped out all the evidence the jury would hear and insisted she presented Billy with a range of options. That's what any authorized attorney would do. Billy says there is one more option, and that is to find another qualified attorney. I got fired, Billy snapped. What? Amanda said in shock. Billy said it was his life and his decision. He didn't need time to think about it and chase after Amanda, who left in anger. Coming back to Sally, she introduced herself to the former summer marketing director at Jabot. Kyle said that the position was filled when Mariah arrived and was introduced by Kyle. Sally recognized Mariah from GC Buzz and wondered if she would ever remember it. Mariah is ready to go for bigger and better things, so Sally says Jabot is lucky to have Mariah when they get the chance. When Sally was in the hallway, she didn't seem happy to lose another chance to move on. Meanwhile, Jack catches up with Lauren, who is okay with Sally's ambitions as long as she doesn't step over someone to get what she wants. After her appointment with Chelsea, she was less stressed when she talked to Adam about how they would have to wait until after the vacation to treat the aneurysm. Adam talked about enjoying Christmas with Connor before leaving the city of Genoa. Chelsea wondered if Adam was sure he could really leave, but Adam was determined to leave GC when they could. Lily met Billy, who was still angry after the confrontation with Amanda. When Billy was angry, Lily did her best to calm him down. As for Michael, he ran into Jack at the coffee shop on Saturday's Young and the Restless. Young and the Restless's destructive parts show some interesting scenes being shown, so stay tuned for the Y&R channel. Y&R is the place you want to go to find great news and updates about Young and the Restless, so be back soon.